Hey everyone, anybody there? Uh, if somebody can just let me know whether you can see me, hear me. Okay, hi Madhuri. So we'll wait for some more of the audience to join in so that we can, uh, yes. So this is actually a live session just to know what exactly is happening in your lives, and also if you can tell me something about astrology and ask questions about astrology, that'll be great. Yeah, hi, namaste everyone. Sai Paul, Parth Shukla, Srinath, Shrikant, sorry, Sarika, Sunita, Madhuri. Thank you so much for joining in. Actually, this was a random, I had some time in hand, so I thought I'll just go live and I'll have a connect with my audience. So tell me, how is your life going and what exactly you want to know? Any questions, please ask. If you have any questions to ask, it'll be great for me also. See, I'll just to help you out. I would rather be doing something, talking something about the current situation of the retrogrades. It'll be better if I talk about that, because you see, retrogrades, what I am also going through is that retrogrades have been causing a lot of reversals in my life also. I had travel plans, I had to go back to my base and stuff, and I got delayed. I'm stuck actually. So I'll take the questions also for sure, because of which I'm here. So all the plans were getting back and forth, and happens with the my clients also these days. Often I've been hearing, so you see, right now things are slowing down because Jupiter is going to be stationary. It's in fact stationary right now also when I'm making this video, and so is Venus. So these two Shubh Grahas are getting stationary. So when they are in retrogression, will take time for things to move, whatever you are thinking of doing or planning. So it is little frustrating phase actually, if you ask me. I didn't want to give only negative readings, because there are positives also attached to it. I'll come to that also. And we are hearing about Rahu Ketu transit also, but there is a in my case, I take the true nodes. If you have seen my videos, so true nodes definitely are quite accurate. They fall in place. Why? Because it's not about the retrograde only. They get direct also in between for a day or two. So whenever any kind of events you will see that happens during the retrogrades, Purnima, Amavasya, to top it all, retrogrades in the sky, and Rahu Ketu also turning direct. That's their erratic movement, right? So if planets are turning retrograde, that is their erratic movement, apparently. And Rahu Ketu also, they also get direct. So that is an erratic movement for them. So when I am talking about retrogrades, so this will bring about some slowdown, and I will be doing the video because it's happening in November month. So October, like September only, I think I'm going to be doing the video on Rahu Ketu transit, because people are following mean nodes also. So there are people, if there are mean nodes, so definitely mean nodes also work for some. Now, with this kind of a situation, you definitely will feel little frustrated. Slowdown will be felt. So don't make hasty decisions right now. That is what I was about to do. And in my case, I was in a haste. Actually, that's my experience I'm sharing with you all. And I don't mind sharing my experiences with you all. Nothing to hide. Everything is crystal clear in my life. You all know me well. I don't sugarcoat also. So what exactly, happens when there are certain things that we push, they actually pull us back even more. So don't push things for job, etc., any contracts, travel plans, back and forth of that. Mercury is also, retrograde. So you must take some time, and be rest assured that repetition is automatically going to be the case in everyone's life, because there are certain karmas that you have to quit whenever retrogrades happen. And if you're born with retrogrades in your horoscope also, then definitely that's going to take over even more. And somebody asked me, what is demoted? See, when Venus transited through Leo sign, it went retrograde and came back to Cancer sign. That is demoted condition or state of a planet. Now here, we will not take Gemini as its previous sign in retrogression. So make a note. If any planet is fallen or is retrograde already in demoted form, so please do not take it as the previous sign after that, because it will give the result of the Cancer sign only. This Venus is not going to give the result of Gemini sign, because it was in Leo and then went back to this sign. So you all must also check if you are born in a retrograde planet. Is it a demoted planet? So it will not be giving the result of the previous sign. So that is how you should see the retrogrades. Very important again. Jupiter is turning retrograde. It's not going to give the result of completely the the sign previous to Pisces, that is Aquarius. Why? Because it is not going to be getting demoted. So it is going to be giving the result if in the backward motion of the 12th sign, that is Pisces also. So check all this. Now you will have to check whether the planet is in the first or the last degrees. If you are having that, that means it is not going to give the, suppose it is in the last degrees, last Navmansha in fact. So suppose it is at 29 degrees. Somebody has a retrograde planet at 29 degrees. So definitely it has to be checked. You can just get it through the ephemeries in the software. I use the softwares, and I get to know. Obviously I type the date and then see, or plus minus, I go ahead and backwards in the dates, and then I get to know, oh, this planet was in Leo sign and has come back to Cancer sign. So that is going to give the result of the Cancer sign and not the previous sign. So you must always check that way. Okay. Now, coming to the questions people have asked, my dear audience has asked so many questions. Happy Raksha Bandhan. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you all. So we have my last stage of Sadesati is going on, Mumbai Sketa. Okay. See, Sadesati is a phase where you definitely, will feel little restless physically, because mentally you will feel the results only when Saturn is on top of the moon, especially at the same degrees. It has to have the degree connection also. So now check whether your Lagna degrees or moon degrees are matching up with this Saturn or not. You will feel the result only at that time even more when this Saturn reaches or touches the Lagna degrees. So that becomes a little problematic phase. It slows you down basically. Sadesati is a slowdom. It's not that the whole 7.5 years are doomed, or people talk about so much and there's so much of fear also because of these retrogrades and Sadesati phases, as well as Manglik doshas and all. So don't fall prey to those kinds of predictions, because they are not based on the facts. Now coming to the next question, that is what is the impact having Atmakarak and Darakarak in the same house? Madhuri Bodapati. So you see, when the Atmakaraka and Darakaraka, that is a case of love marriage. Okay, that means the partner will be of your choice. It could be that somebody known will be introducing you to the partner, and ultimately you actually select that partner, or that's for by your choice. Now check the Atmakaraka and Darakaraka's condition in the D9 also. That's also equally important. And the planets in trine to those also. So you will get the impact. Suppose it's Sun and Venus together, Darakaraka and Atmakaraka. Suppose Venus is your Atmakaraka and Sun is your Darakaraka. So this combination is not considered to be a good combination because the planets have to be checked as well. So if this kind of a combination is happening and they're splitting um, in the Navpanch Kundli, then this will bring about marriage by choice, but the combination is so deadly, it might just bring about troubles in the marriage. But if it is a friendly graha, suppose Venus and Mercury are together, Atmakaraka and Darakaraka, though it will not be because Atmakaraka and okay, it could be that Venus or Saturn you can take. Suppose Venus and Saturn, one is Atmakaraka and Darakaraka. So they are friendly grahas. So it will bring about good results in the relationship. It will be better. Okay, in the same house, especially. Okay. Nutan Gupta is asking, I wanted to know regarding Dasha system as per Laghu Parashari. See, Dasha system, you have to, if I take up the Dasha of the Vimashotri Dasha, then there is three Bhagi Dasha. I do take Yogini Dasha also, Jaimini Dasha also. So, generally, the Dasha system that you have to see is on the personal chart. So see which dasha is matching up more. I don't just confine myself to the Vimashotri dasha. Sometimes Vimashotri dasha is not that giving that kind of a result as it is giving, you know, as per Yogini dasha. So you have to see that way. Okay. I will make a separate video, Nutan, on this because I need to also brush up my skills. You know, these are all live sessions, so I have it's impossible that I will be having knowledge of each and everything. Actually, I could not get your question also completely. Which planets denote MBA as education? MBA is Jupiter, Saturn. See, whenever there is a combination of Saturn with Jupiter, so it will lead to, and Venus, especially with Venus. Jupiter is looking at Venus in the 10th house. That is also one of the combinations for MBA. MBA marketing. Marketing is Venus. Okay. So Venus has to be strong and forming a connection with Saturn and Jupiter. Asma Inamdar is asking, Cancer ascendant, Jupiter Venus in Sagittarius and Jupiter Mahadasha loss. Okay, so see, right now for Cancer ascendant, Saturn is transiting your 8th house, any which was looking at your 10th house, so it has to bring about some changes. Okay, and if you're saying that you have your in the 6th house Jupiter and Venus, Sagittarius is your 6th house, so Jupiter doesn't give that great results there if at all you are in the dasha of Jupiter also. So 6th house will give you, it's looking at, see, Saturn is as it is looking there, Jupiter in the 6th house is looking at your 10th house. So Jupiter Mahadasha is going to give you the job, but it will give you after a break. If at all you have started your job right now, suppose you've lost your job right now, so Jupiter is transiting your Aries sign also right now, you must understand. So this will in retrogression maybe give you better results. So you might just get a job when Jupiter is retrograde because it's the 6th lord. So Dusthana lord when gets retrograde, it will give good results, better results at least. Okay, so don't worry, you will get the job. Having both Karthik Sitaraman is asking, Sitaram, sorry, is asking, having both Jupiter and Saturn retrograde in own sign for Aries ascendant. Okay, Jupiter in the 12th and Saturn in the 10th. Yeah, so this is good, no? A retrogression will give you very good results because Jupiter is, Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde. So retrogrades will give you better results during this time, especially. Ranjana ji, hi, how are you? Very difficult time. Things are very slow. Yes, it's because of the retrogrades. I will not take the birth details because I'm not carrying my laptop right now. It's just from the phone I'm doing it, and my agenda is not to do the readings right now. I'm just giving random. Everything is disorganized. Chandani Kumar. Yes, everything is. Regarding retrograde, does retrograde planet gives disease always? No. How? Retrogrades will not give disease always, but you have to maybe change the treatment, or you have to go to a doctor who is a very unconventional kind of a doctor. You have to quit your karma, basically. It's like visiting and revisiting. So it just gives you too much or too many things at a time. So you have to go through not just one time, but you have to keep repeating until unless it's completed. It's the karma, quitting the karma. Okay. Okay. So Rahu Ketu video will be coming soon. Don't worry. Sai Paul. Rahu in Sagittarius, Scorpio, Ascendant. Okay, second house. Undergoing Rahu, Jupiter, Mahadasha. Saturn in Capricorn. Okay, in the third house. Jupiter in Cancer, fourth house. And Jupiter in Cancer in the 10th house. Jupiter in Cancer. Okay, 4, 9. So, what is your question? Sun in Aries, and you're asking your Kundali or what? How will be the Rahu Dasha? See, Rahu is in the second house. It will give you lot of material growth, number one. You don't have to tell me the whole Kundali, because I'm not doing the horoscope right now. But yes, if you ask about Rahu Dasha, you have to keep yourself uncluttered, your brain as well as your surroundings. That's the major flaw that people go through when Rahu Dasha starts. They just get into that zone where they are not in that organized way they are doing things. So you have to be very careful about, see, your trine is as it is having in Cancer you have a Jupiter, then you have a Mercury in Pisces also. So this will give you business mindedness also, but be careful, because you are prone to doing things which are going to be back and forth. You will be thinking a lot about wrong things during this time with Rahu in the second house of yours. So it will give you unconventionality. It will give you some lack of faith in your religion also, because it's the 9th sign after all. Sagittarius is a sign ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter and Rahu will give you that kind of a tug of war. So be careful about your thought process and don't take the shorter road to make money. Archita Rao, ma'am, I'm in Jupiter Mahadasha and Venus Antardasha. How do I know when will I get a job? Okay, it is not possible to speak from the Dasha, but I can assure you that when Jupiter Mahadasha is on, definitely it brings about good luck. And Venus and Jupiter and Venus are two opposites. The second, seventh, and ninth and 12th lords, which are forming a connection in a way in the natural zodiac. So Jupiter, Venus, they are that is the reason they are opposite energy. So if you will get the job, your expenditures are also going to be getting higher. You'll be spending a lot. So the best is learn more. The best is look good. Do good to others, be charitable in Jupiter and Venus. Don't give anything to anybody. Even if you are doing some kind of donations, don't give anything which is related to Venetian things if Venus is strong in your chart. That's what I can say. But if at all you ask for the job thing, so it is going to be giving you the job once Venus turns direct and Jupiter turns retrograde. You will get the job. Gotta have faith. Hello, ma'am. My birthday was 5 days ago. My solar return chart was extremely similar to my birth chart. Ascendant, Sun, Moon were exactly at the same degrees of birth chart. It always happens that Sun will come to the almost the same degrees, with Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury all in birth signs. So that's good, no? Like major events happen. Suppose you are having that kind of a combination. That means maybe it is your solar return alongside Saturn also returns. So this will bring about major things, because solar return for you means Sun was in Leo, right? For you, Sun is in Leo, and right now Saturn and Sun are opposite to each other. So this will bring about some major transformations and major changes also for you. Okay. And happy birthday, belated happy birthday. Parth Shukla is saying, Varita ji, how do you think the upcoming eclipse happening in the Gandanta zone, Aries, Pisces in is going to affect mundane world? See, basically shortage of food, basics, because Aries is basics. Aries and Libra axis, this is going to take place. So in the world overall, relationships are going to be under a problem area. People have to be very calm during these eclipses times. It's in the October month, 14th of October. I think the first one is on the 14th of October, the solar eclipse. So you have to be very cautious about your relationships, and the authorities will make very wrong decisions. And also in Gandanta, it is moving towards Pisces, so it will bring about complications in the marine life, whatever you say, marine life, because it is moving towards the Pisces sign. So marine life, you should be more concerned about, because it's the fishes, right? Rahu is moving towards the sign of fishes. So you have to be careful about the surroundings, you know, our global warming thing, and the kind of you know, oceans, you know, if you can, you know, you will find that ocean related problems will happen. Have lesser seafoods if at all you are, you know, have consuming seafood. And you should donate to the firms or the organizations who are doing for the sea animals, you know. So you should actually work through that, because you know, our the pollution level is going to increase. The water pollution, water related issues will come up even more. The navy, or you know, the and Ketu is air, so air and water accidents might increase. Mundane level you will find. And also you will see that in technology also, the misuse of technology is going to increase also after this eclipse, especially after this eclipse. And we do have to be worried about the economy. Most of the eastern worlds are going to be hit by the economy and by the food shortage, basics shortage of not just food, but also about the shortage of the basic needs, you know, medicines, clothes, whatever basics, you know. For making a house you need cement or other things. So you will feel that that is going to get little scarce. Okay, that is something which is going to happen as well. Suman is asking, in Lagna chart, Jupiter is in the third house, Aries, watching the seventh house. Yes, you are Aries rising, that means. Okay. And watching the seventh house in the Chalit, Jupiter is in the fourth house. Is it still, see, in Lagna chart, if it is in the third house, goes to the fourth, how is it, it goes backwards, right? Jupiter in the fourth house, is it still good for marriage? I think there is something amiss for you. We'll have to see the chart. What happens when Ketu will transit over 12th house, Jupiter planet, Virgo sign? Okay, so you have a Jupiter in your Virgo sign, right? In the 12th house. That means you are Aries rising. So, sorry, you are a Libra rising, and your Jupiter is in the 12th house. So it's good for your basically, you know, you will get into the depth of your religion. You want to follow your culture, your belief system. Your mindset will change. Okay, your mindset will change also. Okay, so that's something. And your perspective towards life will change. And you will become too charitable and too much into religion and all of that. But you will get little suspicious also. It's better to learn more, acquire more knowledge. Gotta have faith. I wonder what to expect from this year solar return chart. Same, you told me. Gotta, okay. Sniper, does Rahu really give good results according to the dispositor house, Lord, state? Yes, absolutely. If Jupiter is in a good condition and Rahu is transiting your Pisces sign after a couple of months time, so definitely it will give the good results as per your personal chart if you talk to me about. Okay. I think any other proper questions if you have? Lagna, degree, sun, moon, Bixbag, is there any connection when your Darakaraka is with your Atmakaraka? I think I answered that question. Shakti Batra, hello ma'am. Saturn and Mahadasha. Saturn Mahadasha. Now Ketu Antradasha will start. Saturn Saturn and Ketu will give I've always seen Saturn Ketu will give some changes in the profession. It deviates or it cuts or it breaks, and then you start another job. That's what I have seen. I'm not just talking about the personal placements here, but yes, it does so. Okay. You see, whenever there is this kind of a dasha antra dasha, no, you should actually worship uh, Hanuman, because Saturn and Ketu both, we should worship Hanuman. Chant and recite Hanuman Chalisa even more, everything will fall in place. Okay. Ma'am, as there is Rahu Ketu transit in Virgo Pisces, what if the natal chart? Okay, now somebody is asking this question. Radhika Singh is asking, ma'am, as there is Rahu and Ketu transit in Virgo Pisces, no, Pisces Virgo basically. What if the natal chart there is Rahu Venus in Virgo and retrograde Saturn? See, I'll not take that one, but I will just quickly tell you, if Rahu is going over any of the planets in the natal chart, though it requires an attention, and I'll be doing another video for the same. Whenever Rahu goes over any planet, it will give you too much of material inclinations. Okay, now, if you already have a Venus or a Saturn over there, it will give you a lot of changes at the workplace. Your mental setup will change. You will definitely leave the spiritual path and you will become very practical and very inclined towards material growth also. Okay, and if it is Venus and Rahu are not friends, though he's the Deva Guru, Date Guru, and he's attaining that knowledge, but being it's not considered to be a friendly graha to Rahu doesn't like Venus. There are reasons for that. So when Rahu goes over Venus, this will bring about relationship issues. Okay, that's what I have seen happening over there. And Ketu will be right opposite, so it will bring about issues and changes at the workplace also. Jupiter retro in the third house, Saturn retro in the first, retrograde. See, Jupiter retrograde in the third house, Saturn in the first house. That means you are having Aquarius rising, and this will bring about changes in chemistry and bonding with your siblings, as well as your travels might be back and forth. You should acquire more knowledge. You should be more charitable during this time. Saturn, as it is, wants you to do things repeatedly. Do it twice and quit your karma, because you have to quit something from the past. And as it is, Aquarius sign is also in trine to Ketu, so this will bring about some deviations from the path, or change in your profession, career also. There will be some change that you can anticipate. Okay. Don't worry, Nidhi. I have just read your question. I don't think the Librans can go through another eclipse in October. Last eclipse in May, still struggling through the health issues. See, what happens generally, all the eclipses are not the same. You must understand. Rather, whatever you go through in the previous eclipse, this is the culmination time. Whatever negatives happen. So this is a culmination time. So the wait is over and things will start getting better now. And as it is, for Libra natives, this is going to be an end of a cycle. Ketu and Rahu are changing signs as well. So this will bring about something better in your life. Competition success will be there. You will be thinking broadly now, and you will experience growth in your profession, career also. You will be thinking something very differently now. So this is not a bad phase for you. The eclipses are never always considered to be bad. They are like, people think that no, they are the worst ones. Whenever there is an eclipse, it's a bad thing to happen, and we don't come across anything good. But remember, if there are no eclipses, sun and moon, how will they get the reminder call that they are, if at all they are behaving to you think, how will they come to know what lesson they have to learn? Because it's a reminder call for them that they can also be eclipsed. Their light can be eclipsed. So they were quite proud of whatever they were too they are too hyped energies. So the luminaries can also, these eclipses bring about the reminder calls for that reason from time to time, for us to understand that we have to pull ourselves a little, on the ego also. We have to mellow down and we have to understand what is happening in our life towards a humanitarian grounds. Okay, so 8th house also represent deep bonds. What are the positive examples of the 8th house? Big bug. See, 8th house, I have seen people getting into research. Always people who have this kind of a chart also forming a connection, if at all, with 4th house or 12th house, they move overseas. If it's forming a connection with 11th house, 5th house, then people make money out of money. Other people's money is utilized properly. Or you can be in that kind of a business of insurance, tax, etc. So 8th house energy is not just a bad energy, it's like a culmination energy and you move further on. So it's like a research, getting into the nitty gritties. Mars, it's like Mars energy over there. So you will feel that you want to get into the depth and details of everything, and then you will get the solution also. Okay, so 8th house is not just a bad place, and it's a second from the 7th house. That means it's the finances of your partner also. So if it is good, so it's, if it is in a good dignity, you will get growth in your partner's life also. You will see in future the growth also. Okay. Tanmay Jain is asking, will Jupiter retrograde aggravate negative impact of the transit Rahu Guru conjunction? See, it is not positive completely for sure, because Jupiter turning retrograde means it's moving backwards towards Rahu's energy again. They had split, the energies were split. Now they are going to be coming, not in a close vicinity, but yes, Jupiter is moving backwards towards Rahu, and Rahu is moving towards Jupiter's sign, remember. So till 31st of December, Jupiter is going to retrograde and Rahu will be in Jupiter's sign. So definitely it is going to be giving a lot of energy towards negative worldwide also. We will hear that there are certain norms which are changing. People are leaving the religion or doubting their own religion, their own religious belief system. Mantra chanting will become like, in a very haphazard manner. It is not considered to be that great also. But yes, for sure Jupiter retrograde will be good for some also. And definitely it is dependent on your personal chart, so I don't want to discuss that right now. If at all you are in Rahu Dasha or Guru Dasha, so this is going to be giving you even more impact. Okay, I'm not on a sign 14 re. I'm not doing any predictions right now. I'm just taking up the, okay, Reggae Spirit Dance. Thanks for the for this sharing. Thanks for all the lessons. Thank you so much for watching. Saw you were live and had to say hello. Thank you. I was just looking into chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. Thanks for you. Bless your work. Thank you so much. Hanuman Chalisa is something, for the Kali Yuga. There is no such rule. So that is why I always give you the Hanuman Chalisa to recite. Why? Because that is something which will give you for sure, positive results. At least it will not give you any side effects. Okay, so yeah, that's what. Cancer ascendant, Saturn in the 4th house. I'm not doing any personal charts here. How to see teaching training as a profession? Teaching is Jupiter, teaching training is Jupiter Saturn combination for sure. Finance also, but Mercury also here. So teaching training is Jupiter's energy should be strong with Saturn conjunction or Saturn in trine, and Mercury also because it's speech. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Is there any chance of a change of city currently going through Rahu Dasha under? Rahu will give you change. Rahu does always give changes. So I can't tell you like that. You can book a reading with me. I have a discounted 30% discount going. So you can book a reading now with my team. VLastrology24@gmail.com. Okay. I think Rahu remedies you want? Okay, Rahu remedies is feed the fish. Fish is represented by, it's a sign, 12th sign, which is Pisces, and Jupiter is going to be there. And Jupiter's, fish is because, fish is basically Ketu's tail. Fish's tail is represented by this. And you can also do, for Rahu, you can do the remedies like worshipping Lord Shiva, Rudrabhishek, all of that I give to my clients at least. So that's what. Yes, ma'am, should aspects be seen from Lagna or Chalit? Only from Lagna. Because the signs are not there. Remember, we take only the Bhava. Bhava Chalit means what? It's just about Bhava. Where, the zodiac is not divided equally. So that is the reason when you go to the Bhava Chalit, I use Bhava Chalit Kundli also. So when you go to the Bhava Chalit Kundli, you must see where the planets are, in which houses. Signs we see from the D1 chart and the Rashi Kundli, as we say, and then there we see the aspects. Okay, that's what. I think I'll stop my conversation now. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'll try to answer not your personal questions, but definitely something where I can impart my knowledge. You can write in the comment section whenever I get time, whenever I touch base. For sure, I will be doing these kind of sessions for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great retrograde season as well as the period ahead. Om Tat Sat.